atmosphere at Nippert Stadium?
Been there before. Expect even a better version. They were pretty good when we played there in the past. Coach Fickle did a great job of developing, a program, taking it to new levels. Obviously, just 2 years ago, they're in the playoffs. Really, they've done a good job of building a talented roster. Coach Satterfield is a tremendous football coach. He'll have those guys ready. Expect, again, when Oklahoma shows up, it's a Game 7 mentality from everybody we play. We're not sneaking up on anybody. So, but at the end of the day, that'll be a great test for us. And if we're the team that I believe, that we have the capability of becoming, you got to go to Cincinnati and you got to perform well. So looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun, for our guys, and it'll be a great challenge.
Brent, you're notorious almost for being a guy that never changes. I'm the same guy I was, and players tell us he's the same guy he was. How did 6 and 7 change you as a coach? How did 6 and 7 make you evolve as a coach, as a thinker or preparer or whatever it is?
Yeah, I still don't think it changes. Change is, and you use the words evolve, and that's what you always do. Even when you go 14-1 or 15-0 or 13-0, it's like, okay, how can we be better? I've spent my whole life as a football coach, coaching linebackers, coaching defense, coaching the game. Even through success, you're always looking at ways to improve and get better. So, having a never satisfied attitude is never going to change for me. But again, whether it's patience or it's efficiency, decision making from a situational football, you're always learning and improving and getting better.
Because of your history as defensive coordinator, how hard was it for you last year to see y'all play defensively like that?
It's always hard. Even when you're really good, it's always hard. It's you live and die every single play. And like I said, I've always been the one that I see the bad even when it's good. And so when I say it's hard, that's what I'm talking about. There's nothing easy about coaching. There's nothing easy about chasing excellence. And so it wasn't any more hard, any more difficult. That's what coaching is all about. And you got to take the bad with the good. And it is really sour right now. It ain't a lot of fun. And but you continue to do the right things consistently, stay faithful to what it takes to be successful, you'll have success. And a lot of people can't see it. I get that, but a lot of people aren't really successful in this business. And but we got a blueprint, we got clear vision on what it's going to take, and it's going to take a lot. And but we're ready for that challenge.
Coach, what do you tell players this year about the Texas game after last year's results?
I don't tell them anything. Again, you learn and grow from the good and the bad. So that game, it has no more additional significance than any other game. It's an important game. They're all important. And you go 6 and 7, you realize that. But for me, I've always had tremendous respect for what it takes to be successful. So to me, you play, compete, coach, respond, correct to a standard, not to an opponent.
Brent, you talked a lot about efficiency up there. Last year, I think the defense played some of the most snaps in all of college football. Some of that's not getting off the field. Some of that, you guys have one of the faster paced offenses. Mm-hmm. Do you look at both sides of the ball when you talk about efficiency in that regard?
100%. And that's, complementing each other, playing to each other's, strengths, and, you got to protect your weaknesses and enhance your strengths. And so that's part of it, no question about it. But efficiency in every part of the game, and fundamentals, technique, scheme, situational football, 3rd down, 4th down, red zone, 2-minute, run defense. It is all important. We got to improve in every phase of the game, and the efficiency is, again, the margin for error. Between winning and losing, and it ain't much. As again, we experienced 5 of the 7 losses come down to the last 2 minutes of those games. So where can we be better? We need to be better on both sides of the ball on 3rd and 4th down. We fell below the expectations there in the red zone, and again, in 3 of the 4 losses, we get penalties where we take touchdowns off the board. You can't lose to Oklahoma. That's part of being efficient. And in 3 of the 4 losses, we have a turnover on downs in scoring position. And so the timeliness is a real thing. And so where can we find, ways that we can improve and get better, become more efficient? And you do that lots of ways. And you do that through development, you do that teaching, you do that through strain and your strength and conditioning programs. You certainly do it through recruiting and transfer portal, all of those things.
Brent, that was a big part of this thing when you arrived in 2021. What were some of the elements that led to that change, and what kind of void was he?
Yeah, it's bittersweet, incredibly excited for Thad. This is something that was just on his spirit to, be a part of. His son-in-law got hired as the head strength coach at Anderson University right there outside of Clemson, and he got his first grandbaby on the way, and this is a great situation for he and his family to be able to be a part of that. And Thad's he's a different bird. People say, how did he come to Oklahoma? I don't know how it happened. He was just bored at Clemson. He wanted a new challenge, but man, he made us better in every part of our program. He's always a thinker. His focus is always about being the best in everything. So, he made our facility better, the one that we're in currently. We doubled our size of staff. We had to have somewhere to put them. So he kicked out walls, helped us create a ward room, and enhanced our recruiting operations, our dining facility. We have an in-house dining facility now. Created Soul Mission and Elite Recovery, 2 areas we didn't have anything. So he created the space, for those things and oversaw those projects. But man, really, really excited, for him and his family, give his son Lee a chance to go with his buddies and finish up his high school career. So, he'll always be a great, great friend. And again, he made us better. So thankful for the time that he was here.
Overall, how do you think the last year the Big 12 is how it's going to be for Oklahoma?
So you asking me like predict it?
No, I'm just saying leaving the
Well, the last year
conference.
hadn't happened yet, but I don't know. I'll look back at that after it happens, and I'll tell you, my feelings then. It hasn't happened yet, and I'm a be here now kind of guy. Bill Schneider said, be here now. A lot of people, bloom where you're planted, be where your feet are. And we got a lot of improvement to do. I don't have time to be, nostalgia of being in the conference for the last time. The most important things are, improving our football team, becoming, a team that can compete for championships, and the development process, what it's going to take to do that. And the expectations are that, we should be able to do that this year, compete for a championship. And that's our expectations. And it may not be everybody else's, but that's ours. And there's a lot of work and a lot of improvement has to take place before that can happen.
Okay, last question. Brent, you've got another group of transfers coming in this year. Maybe what did you learn as a first-year head coach last year about assimilating, transfers into the program that can be helpful going into this year?
Yeah, I don't think I learned anything more than what, having been at Oklahoma and at Kansas State, we recruited junior colleges, significantly as part of our recruiting philosophy. So recognize, the challenges that bringing in, guys that are only going to be there for a year or 2 years, getting them to buy in. So, for us, it's being careful about the ones that we bring in, finding guys that are that value blue-collar mindset, that value what it means to be a great teammate, that value the culture, the environment that they're going to come in. I've always, a filter is, are they going to bring value to our locker room? That's what my players deserve. I'm going to bring in people that are going to bring value into that locker room. And guys that deeply understand that you're going to get what you earn. So I don't want to make any promises in the recruiting process, that don't align with our values. So, the real trick, having 63 newcomers, guys that are showing up for the first time, is how quickly can we get those 63 newcomers to blend in, with the returning players and buy into all the things that we're talking about. And I don't take that for granted. The chemistry, the cohesion that's critical, that's a big part of developing, a winning environment, a team that is capable of winning each and every week. It takes that before you're going to actually win, and so better teams do it together. So but it's a lot of fun. I love that challenge. But I look for people, you got to be good enough, but I look for the right kind of people that got the right kind of stuff. And our players, our current players, they've been amazing, at welcoming these guys and helping them along the way, and teaching them. I can't do it alone. I'm one person, installing and holding guys accountable to the culture and the values and the expectations of our program. It's everybody doing exactly that. So it's been a lot of fun. It is a great challenge. We gotta have a great fall camp, before we can expect a strong September. And but what I've seen up to this point in time, man, couldn't be more excited about this group of guys, the kind of people they are, leaders, competitors, players, a lot to be excited about.